Hey goons, what's good? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Auntie, and I'm back with another audio video for you guys. You know what? I think I may be onto something because I'm really enjoying not having to make myself look like something to give y'all some content. You feel me? But yes, I am back with another audio video one time for your holy mind. And today we're going to talk about the singer. So I watched a really disturbing interview yesterday on Unwind with Tasha K, okay, about ASHANTI'S father allegedly molesting an 8-year-old girl and getting her pregnant 3 times, okay? And I was just so disturbed by this interview. I'm just like, wow, like, it's really shocking to me how common that shit was back in those days, because it happened like in the, I believe she said like the 70s, like 60s, 70s, and the 60s, 70s, 80s it's wild. Like, I just can't believe that so many older creepy men were just so into young girls. Like, y'all got all these old ass cougars walking around and you looking at little 8-year-old girls. Like, it's sickening to me. It's really sick. But anyway, this woman did a whole interview with Tasha K, and I kind of just wanted to piggyback off of it and talk about it a little bit because I don't know, like, it just disturbs me and it sickens me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's just get into the facts of what I heard in the story, because I want y'all opinion on how y'all feel about this and, you know, all that good stuff. So if y'all don't know, ASHANTI'S dad name is Thomas Douglas, but they call him Kincaid, okay? Mr. Kincaid, the creep, okay? So this lady reached out to Tasha K because she wanted to get her story out there. She said she had, you know, contacted a couple of people about getting her story out there, but people was not trying to, you know, put this out there. And my girl Tasha K was like, well, it's good, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that, you know, she allowed her to get this off her chest and out into the world, you know what I mean? So basically, the lady whose name is Stephanie Taylor was in Kincaid's wife's, ASHANTI'S mom, dance class. She had a dance class and the little girl was in the dance class. At the time she was 8 years old, and she said that Mr. Kincaid, he would just always come sit in on this little kid dance class. She had multiple age girls in this dance class, but she said he will always just come and be sitting in the young girls dance class watching them do their thing. First of all, number one, that's creepy as heck, okay? So she said that he kind of took her under his wing, and the wife, Tina Douglas, ASHANTI'S mom, kind of took the little girl under her wing, and they started like hanging out type thing. Like, first of all, why do you feel like it's cool to be hanging out with an 8-year-old girl? Like, y'all besties, okay? But the little girl said, you know, she didn't have much, and, you know, they were providing for her, basically buying her shoes and buying her clothes and taking her here and taking her there. She was always at their house, she said, and he would just always like keep tabs on her, you know what I mean? It got to the point where, you know, he wanted to be around her all the time, so he got in good with the family. Like, he started dating the sister, which was of age at the time, and the little girl dad was an alcoholic, so he would always come over with a bottle of something to give the dad and just be real nice to the mom, which allowed him access in their home to this little girl, you know what I mean? She said he would come over there to act like he was seeing the sister, and then because they were working together, he would always be like, oh, let me just go in here and say good night to her type thing. And he would go up in there and be touching on her, you know what I mean? He started touching her at age 9. She said it started off really slow. Like, he would touch her and be like, oh, my bad, my hand slipped or something like that. You know, some bull crap in my eyes. Pretty much just taking advantage of the little girl. And the mom will always want the little girl around type thing. So he will always pick her up like, oh yeah, I'm going to take her to Tina. Tina wants to see her. Tina this, Tina that. But in real life, it was him who wanted to be around her and, you know, started touching her, like I said, at the age of 9. And at the age of 10, he actually started penetrating her. Wow, like that's really crazy to me. It's sickening. the stuff that she was saying in this interview. I don't want to go word for word, but you know, just to sum it all up, he started having sex with her at the age of 10, causing her to be pregnant by him at the age of 11. She says she got her first abortion at the age of 11, which is crazy. Of course, she was too young, so they did some tricky shit where, you know, they said she was a 20-year-old girl and she had to use another name, some R. Kelly creep shit, you know what I'm saying? But by the time she was 15 years old, she had 3 abortions by this man. She also said that he would like hide her in the basement, I think she said, the basement of their house when the wife would come home, because he did start bringing her to the house when the wife wasn't there, but told her like, oh, Tina wants to see you, so I'm coming to pick you up, take you to Tina. When they got to the house, the wife was not even there, or if she was there, he would have her hiding until the wife left so that he can do whatever it was he was gonna do to her, which was have sex with her, allegedly. I mean, apparently we have to say allegedly, but in my opinion, ain't nobody, the lady is now 65, nobody is gonna come out with a story when you're 65 years old like, oh, I'm just gonna pick you and come up with this story and I'm gonna have all these details. I don't feel like it's a lie, period. I feel like she's telling the truth and it's been fucking with her all these years, you know what I'm saying? Not only would he be like hiding her in the basement or whatever, like if he was doing it to her and the wife came home, she said that he would have her like hide behind the dresser type thing until the coast was clear. And sometimes she'll be back there while he's having sex with his wife, and then right after he'll have sex with her again. Like, wow, you're really disgusting. You're really a creep. And she did say that it was a couple of times where Tina, you know, found her type thing in the house and was like, well, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? But never pressed the issue like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And is my husband doing something to you or touching you? Or like she said, the wife would ask her, but didn't press the issue. And she was just like, I wish that she would have pressed the issue. I was dying for somebody to ask me what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like back in those days, there was a lot of eyes closed. Okay. It was a lot of ears not to the streets. You know what I'm saying? People were not paying attention to their kids in these days, I feel. And it's really screwed up. Like, for you to be a parent and not know something like that is going on with your child. I mean, come on. Like, people change. After that kind of stuff happens, you don't notice a change in your child, you're not paying attention. You know what I mean? That's how I feel towards it. For you to be allowing this young 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10, 11-year-old girl go with this grown ass man because he's saying like, oh, my wife want to see her or whatever case may be, that is crazy to me. It actually blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? She said that the day before he actually married ASHANTI'S mom, he had sex with her. And the whole time while they were on the honeymoon, he kept calling her, trying to see where she was, basically keeping tabs on her. He always wanted to know where she was and what she was doing. And if he wasn't around her, you know, he would make sure he always had a hand on what was going on type thing in her life. And she like, I didn't get to play with dolls. I didn't get to jump rope. I didn't get to play with regular kids because I was always with this man. And because, you know, my dad was an alcoholic and he was just so nice to my mom and apparently was dating his sister, that nobody, you know, look twice at it, which is weird to me. Like, this is a young girl, okay? That's crazy. The lady is really hurt by the situation, like I said, because she's just like, I've been wanting to get my story out. Nobody ever wanted to, you know, listen to me or give me this interview. But, you know, I just find it really disturbing that this was going on so much back in those days. And it's just like, I just feel like parents were not as alert as they needed to be. Even now, like, it's just too much of this going on for grown men to be into little kids. You're sick. You are a sicko. I just don't get it. I no matter how you twist it, I just don't get how a grown ass man can be into little kids and think that that's a great thing to do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say, well, why is she coming out with it now? She must want money, da 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 da, blah blah blah. Listen to me, people. It doesn't matter why she's coming out with it now. That's people's problem. People look at the wrong thing. As when people come out with their stories, the first thing people say is, oh, she must owe some money, or, you know, she must just want attention, instead of having compassion for what this person has went through. You don't know how people battle with that. You know what I'm saying? People battle with that for years on years on years, and you never know why they didn't come out and say anything. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, he was telling her, you know, if you tell, if she not gonna believe you, saying the wife not gonna believe you, she not gonna want you to be around no more, she's not gonna like you anymore. So of course this little girl looked up basically to Tina, and, you know, was just taken advantage of. So of course, if the husband is like, oh, she ain't gonna like you, she ain't gonna want you to be around, she ain't gonna believe you, you gonna get in trouble. A 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old little girl gonna be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I want somebody to help me. Like the fuck? I want somebody to please notice something is wrong and take care of it. I should not even have to be in this situation to the point where I'm scared to open my mouth because I might get in trouble, or the fact that you're saying somebody's not going to believe me, or this and that. I'm too young, so of course you're going to be able to manipulate my mind. Of course. But as parents, I feel like it is y'all duty to notice when your kid is acting funny. Notice when your kid is doing different things. Notice that your 8-year-old daughter should not be hanging out with a grown-ass man. Okay? Period. Keep your kids out of these grown-ass people's face. Period. Your kids don't need to be around every man you talk to. Your kids don't need to be sitting on nobody's lap as a young girl. And that's the thing. Too many parents are just so like into their own lives and forget they have children, and forget you actually have to look after somebody. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect your children, people. They need protection. That's why you have kids, to protect them. In my opinion, this stuff should not have been going on as much as it went on back then, and especially now, since there's so much of it going around in the world. It's like everybody's eyes should be open at this point. I'm just so confused on how it's still happening. It's so confusing to me. I just honestly don't understand. And after that happens, I don't know if people understand this, but let me help you to get it a little more. Okay? Yes. When this occurs, you grow. You grow up to be an adult. You grow physically. You may grow emotionally, but mentally, you are stuck in the age of when trauma first happened to you. Meaning, in this situation, when you were first touched, when you were first penetrated by an adult man, when you were molested as a kid. If it happened to you at 6, 7, 8, you grow as an adult. You grow up. People see it. But in your head, in your mind, you are stuck at a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old mind, if that makes any sense. Yeah, we grow and we become these adults, and you know, we try to heal ourselves by not talking about it, or whatever the case may be, or being scared to talk about it because you feel somebody may not believe you. But when you do finally talk about it, it is a big release. This lady said that this has been messing with her all her life, to the point where she can't hear certain songs or smell certain things, or, you know, be around too many people, or like trust is really screwed up. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't just happen to you and then you grow up and you put it, well, you do put it to the back of your mind because it happened, but at the same time, it's in the front of your mind every day. Every day since it happened, you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And you are still stuck in that little kid's mind, feeling unprotected by your parents. You know what I'm saying? Somebody dropped the ball. Somebody didn't care enough to notice a change or something in me, and didn't even notice a change enough to come to me like, yo, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? You good? So that's where it's at with that. Like, you grow up, but you are stuck in a kid's mind when trauma first happened to you. You know what I'm saying? When that kind of shit first happens to you, you're stuck there. And you are not going to be able to really move on until you release it, until you let it go, until you get it off your chest, until you put the blame where it needs to be put. You know what I'm saying? Until you put the focus where it needs to be put. You never fully heal from that until you talk about it. So no matter what age it is, people just so stuck on the fact that, oh, why she coming out now? She must want some money or whatever. No, people really just want to get their fucking story out. People really just want to talk about it. People really just want to fucking heal. If you guys don't believe that, just because a person is famous with money, that makes it okay for them to do fuck nigga shit? I think the fuck not. Okay? I think the fuck not. First of all, y'all need to talk to your kids and you need to pay attention to their behaviors. People don't just switch up. And when you ask them, is something going on? Of course, they're going to be like, oh no. Push the issue, dog. Push the issue and talk about it. Because people need to start being held accountable for what the fuck they out here doing. Parents, these old ass creepy men, they all need to be held accountable. It's too many balls being dropped when it comes to these kids. And I'm just so mind blown by it that people are not paying attention enough to notice. Yo, like, my baby wasn't doing that before. Let me talk to you. You good? Hey, is you good? Like, let me know what's up. Did somebody do something to you? And not saying it will happen to all children, but I feel like all parents need to have that conversation with their children to make them feel comfortable to even come talk to you if something do go down. Look, let me talk to you. Ain't nobody supposed to be touching your private. Ain't no man supposed to be doing that. Or we ain't gonna put it on all men. There are some creepy ass women out here too, doing creepy ass shit to little boys, but unfortunately it's mostly creepy ass men doing it to young girls. Stop letting your young ass kids be all up in these men's face. Freaking crazy people. Are you guys nuts? Okay, people are nuts. Pay attention to your kids. Talk to them, understand, make them comfortable in talking to you if something even goes down like that. Have a conversation with them just off rip. Like, listen, if anybody does anything to you, you can come and talk to me. I want you to tell me. Because that's a lot of the reason why girls do not come out and say something until years later. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, they probably don't feel comfortable with talking to their parents. Number two, you got these grown men manipulating your mind, telling you ain't nobody gonna believe you, you're gonna get in trouble. You know, it's easy. It's easy to manipulate the mind of a child. And that's why they go after them. They go after the weak. You know what I'm saying? They go after the kid who's not getting that much attention anyway. They're going after the kid that may be, you know, shy or quiet. You know what I'm saying? So just talk to your kids, because you never understand what people are going through, and you don't understand how that shit affects a person. You know what I'm saying? People can be around smiling and laughing and playing around all day, but you never know what they're really dealing with and how it affects them. In my opinion, people be knowing. People know. They just don't want to talk about it because it may be an awkward conversation, or you don't want to hear the answer that may come from the question. You know what I'm saying? But the question needs to be asked. The conversation needs to be had. You know what I'm saying? This is happening too much where kids are growing up too fast in that age. Not growing up being like fast, but growing up mentally and knowing about sex too early in age. You know what I'm saying? People notice it. People know what's going on, but I just be feeling like they don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm gonna close my eyes, okay? I'm Ray Charles to the bullshit. And it's not bullshit, because that shit fucks up somebody else's life because you don't want to have the conversation, or you acting like you don't see it or notice a change in your children. You know what I'm saying? And she did say she had a conversation with Ashanti where she tried to tell Ashanti, you know, what was going on, what her dad did. But of course, Ashanti did not believe it. I mean, of course, you're not going to believe your daddy was doing some creepy shit. But step back and look at the facts. Why would this lady come out after all these years? She's 65 years old right now. And decide like, oh, I'm gonna pick Mr. Kincaid and I'm gonna make up a story. You know what I'm saying? No. But I mean, of course, Ashanti wasn't gonna take that well. Like I said, and wasn't gonna believe it. You know, she said she wanted to have a conversation with the wife just to ask her, like, why did you let that go on? Because you had to know. You caught me in your house multiple times when I wasn't supposed to be there. You even asked me, like, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? But you never pressed the issue. So she wanted to have a conversation with Tina, but you know, Tina don't want to have the conversation, and you know, she low-key don't believe her. But I feel like Tina knows what was going on, and that's why she don't want to have that conversation, because that was her husband, or is her husband. I don't know if they still together at this day and age, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, the whole situation is crazy. You started having sex with this girl at 10 years old, okay? Like, she had 3 abortions by the age she was 15. You know what I mean? It's just really mind-blowing to me. Like, this lady was on there crying, and I'm going to link it down below if you do want to watch the whole interview. I'm going to link the video I watched down below in the description box, so you guys should definitely check it out. But I just really feel like, wow, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Creepy ass old niggas doing bullshit to young ass girls. And I just feel like I said it probably 50 times in this audio video, that people need to pay attention, open your eyes, know your kids to the fact that if you notice a little change in them, that you need to be trying to see what's up. Whether it's that or something else, pay attention to your fucking kids. That's the end of the story. God damn, like, people are wild. People are wild, okay? You have these kids. Some people just have these kids and act like they live in the jungle, okay? You drop them off and then fend for yourself. Get a fucking grip, people. Okay, get a grip. Honestly, this subject pisses me off so much. Like, when the whole R. Kelly thing came out, and just every time I hear about something like this, it really makes me mad to know that it's still going on, or it was going on, and people are just not paying attention, especially in that day and age. The 60s, 70s, 80s was just like, boy, what the fuck what kind of parents do we have? You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of parents are walking around? They just so into themselves, walking around doing their thing, that they not even paying attention to these kids and their behaviors and their switch ups. Because I doubt after it happens that a person just is still regular like they have always been. They did some kind of change. They did some kind of switch up, and it's your job to notice that. It's your job to figure out what the fuck is going on. It's your job, parents. It's your job. Open your eyes and pay attention. But anyway, I feel like I've been going on and on about this for a minute now, so I'm just going to go ahead and end this. Go ahead and comment down below what you feel about the situation. Anything you feel, go ahead and comment it down below. Talk your shit in the comments. You feel me? Just let me know how you feel about this whole situation in general. Not just the whole Ashanti's dad situation or the R. Kelly situation. Just in general, how you feel about this subject. Molestation as young children and parents not being aware of what's going on. Just go ahead and comment down below anything you feel. If you agree, you disagree, the comment section is where to drop your beef. You feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I can probably talk about this for another 30 minutes. Not even sure how long this is, but I can go on and on. Okay? But I'm not. I'm gonna end it right here. So make sure you guys follow my social media, which is down at the bottom of the screen. Like I said, talk your shit in the comments. If you agree, if you disagree, just leave me your points down in the comments. I have started a podcast. I'm going to probably link that as well in the description box. So go ahead, and I don't really know how that works. Do you subscribe to that? Do you follow that? I don't know, but I'm going to start podcasting, guys. So I'm going to link that down in the description box. So make sure you go ahead and sub on up to my podcast, because we gonna get real on there. I might not always audio video on my YouTube channel, but that is the reason for the podcast. We're going to talk about some shit, okay? So like I said, go ahead and comment. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Also share this video. I will really fucking appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow, but I can't do it without you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I need you guys' help to get me popping. That was me clapping. Get me popping. Okay? So, yeah. Go ahead, So go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to hear or see more of me. And if you don't, then don't, but you know I fucking appreciate it. Okay? Thanks for tuning in to the Tea with B. And until next time, bye, goons.
It's the night of your life, girl, put on your pretty ass dress. It's the night of your life, girl, you gon' forget your stress. How could it treat you that way? You the kind of girl a nigga dream about, yeah. You ain't even got flows that could look at you all day.